Hi fire signs. Right, this reading is for it's career, work, path and purpose. I had a lot of requests for sort of career, business, things like that. And a lot of that's come up anyway in the general readings. And as the majority of people who watch readings are spiritual and aware that their life purpose, you know, and the career and things like that are generally intertwined, it made sense to do this reading, to be able to look at what's coming up and sort of being able to see things like where you are on that journey, if what you're currently doing is in conflict with what where you're supposed to end up, that kind of thing. And what I've done, I've used the Akashic Tarot for this because I really like this deck for readings like that. But because I don't know all the card meanings, and it would take forever and a day to pull them all, read them all, and then link them all, I've pulled the initial spread off camera, give me a chance to analyse it, and then I'm going to pull some clarifiers to look deeper into it. So what we've got here is, this is the foundation, this is all the things that kind of set you up for this centre row, which is, it's generally where you are in the present, or where you're sort of going to be, and the central card is generally, this is kind of where sort of the purpose would be highlighted, or things like if you're on the correct path, things like that. And then the top here, it's normally only one card, but two came out for this spread. So that's kind of the pinnacle of where this particular read is headed. So it could be explaining the pinnacle of where you got meant to go, or it could be the pinnacle of this particular situation. That's basically how this reading is going to work. So having had a look at this read, sorry, I've got hiccups. We'll take a look at this foundation row, because it's a general read, not everyone is going to be in this stage. They may resonate with certain bits of this and then they'll see more what's coming, or it's going to be very different for different people, but it is really, really informative. I was not disappointed by what's come out. So in this foundation, what we've got, the first card that came out was the Lookout. Now this card, it screams difficult spiritual awakening for some. It's the guy's in the crow's nest on this burning ship. He's looking around him, trying to find a way out, kind of not being able to see it. This is like everything going up in flames around you. Fairly sure there is going to be a large number of people who resonate with that. We've also got the Wishes Fulfilled card, which this indicates a time of massive abundance, particularly after a difficult period. Yeah, this is, you know, kind of plenty of money coming in, having plenty of resources, when everything seems to just sort of flow perfectly. That's the 5, is that card, as is the next one, Hilarion. And this card, Hilarian's an ascended master. So again, this adds kind of the weight to the spiritual theme. And he's very much sort of about learning. He can be relating to somebody who's involved in, say, the sciences and sort of things to do with investigation and things like that. And it has an energy of sort of investigating your surroundings, investigating this new outlook on the world that you'll have gained through sort of spiritual awakening. And finally, we've got the 2 Worlds card, 2 of Scrolls, 2 of Worlds. We've got 2 2s on there. And this card speaks very, very much of having one foot in each world, 2 worlds. This is kind of like the world that you knew and the world that you understood. You've got one foot in that, and you've got your other foot in this world that you've been awakened to and that your eyes are open to. These could be read as a sequence, but more than anything, I'm getting that it's a sort of a combined energy that, and I feel like the Wishes Fulfilled card has come out where it has, as a reassurance for anybody who's sort of stuck in between these energies, that this, you know, that this foundation is setting them up for this wishes fulfilled. That's the energy I'm intuitively getting with that. So what we've got, this foundation, is that there's been this whole like falling down of your world around you, burning up of everything that you thought you knew, this being forced to sort of relearn your entire world. It's introduced you to the fact that there's these two worlds going on around you, but it's also brought with it a ton of wish fulfillment. So yeah, that's basically been the foundation of what's been sort of come to set you up. I'm going to pull some more clarifiers and look into this a little bit more, so you can see what things that have maybe come out of these lessons that are tools that you are going to be needing or have learned, kind of help you make sense of what this has been doing for you. So before I do that, we've got the centre row. Now, makes the Six of Roses, War of the Roses card. This makes absolute perfect sense in relation to these two energies, the Lookout and Two Worlds. The War of the Roses is very much being caught on the battlefield between those two worlds. And it's not necessarily all pretty. This card is more of an energy of where you're at peace with that. But because we've got the War of the Roses has come out, that indicates that there is still some conflict going on with this energy for someone, that they're still in this very much sort of learning stage, and they still feel at times that things are burning up around them. But with the War of the Roses, this card is about having to make the decision about what things are staying in your reality and what things are going. Kind of having to really make sense of what you have learned in this stage and put it into actual practice. The King of Keys, and I'm just going to say at this point as well, because with this card, and this card, I'm getting strong military for somebody, possibly even Navy, as we've got this ship. That would make perfect sense that somebody in that, you know, they've maybe been in the army or navy or whatever, they've believed themselves to be doing a service, you know, like, you know, fighting for people's freedom and all that sort of thing, which no doubt they have. You know, that's exactly what people go into these careers for. But of course, opening your eyes to the spiritual world is then going to cause you to start asking questions of yourself and your purpose with things like that. You know, when you've got sort of all this love and light in your face and all the rest of it. So I do feel that there's quite specific energy for somebody in that situation that is coming through here. Yeah, so with the King of Keys, I'm just going to, where's the book? Where's my book gone? Where did it go? The King of Keys, this is kind of the central point of the card and also of the reading, and also what makes me feel that there is an element of military with this as well. He's riding a splendid horse towards the great castle in the distance. He's happy and at ease as he travels home. Now, the King of Keys is an entrepreneurial type energy or business manager type energy. It's somebody very much who, they're very grounded in the material and 3D world. They may have a tendency to place work and career and things like that over family, or not over family per se, more a case of they feel that by working really hard, they're bringing, you know, that's their way of supporting their family. And this is where they're very much conflicted. also on this row, so this for me, sorry, I'll say this first before I forget. The centre point of the reading being this King of Keys, I feel this is very much, and with the other cards and the other energy that we've got so far, this is where somebody, where you are or where you're heading to, we've got summer, winter as well, which is also yin yang, two sort of opposite energies, and it's also another 5, so we've got 3 5s there. I feel very much that this reading, it's centering on this King of Keys energy, and this is somebody who's really rebalancing their entire viewpoint on the world they thought they knew, and can they continue in the direction they were going. Like I say, there's some real inner conflict going on with this. They're having to make a decision as to which world they're going to be in. They're trying really hard to make these two worlds marry up. Again, it's not going to be military for everybody. It could be somebody who's very sort of career focused. I do get a strong feeling though that it's somebody who, or it's people who are working in some kind of arena that they're just being really forced to question whether what they're doing matches up with their new morals and outlook on the world after this foundation has been laid. And again, as I said, we've got this summer winter card, which is not necessarily about a time frame. It's an energy. It's, you know, some things hibernate in winter, other than they come out in summer and they flourish, you know. So it's very much, I mean, hibernation for some reason is coming through really strong with that card. But again, it's opposing energies, it's opposing forces. And this, again, it screams very much to me that this is a crossroad, very much a crossroads and conflicting energy. Now, at the pinnacle of the reading, we've got 2 cards together. We've got the Sands of Time, which is the 6 of Scrolls. We also have the 6 of Roses there, so we do have 2 6s as well. And the 2 of Keys, which is the Treasure. The Sands of Time card is about potentially running out of time with something, not taking an opportunity that's in front of you. It's got a sort of 4 of Cups energy to it, where time is of the essence with making a decision. You know, you've got to decide what it is that you're going to do. Now, I'm not sure how that's going to fit for somebody. The Treasure, the 2 of Keys card, is the guy, I'll show this again. The guy in the card, he's standing in the middle of a room where he's being burgled. Sorry, isn't it? He's been burgled, he's been ransacked, he's been left with nothing, you know. But what he hasn't spotted is that there is a chest on the table just peeking open and there's a light peering out of it. Yeah, there's a light peering out of it, and this is a reminder that your inner light is always there, and no matter what you go through, it can't be, no matter what else the outside world tries to take from you, that you'll always have your inner light in there to draw upon. You know, like the loss of material possessions and things like that, you know, it could be a blessing in disguise, stripping back to leave you with the very thing that you need. So with that and the Sands of Time, I feel like for somebody, they're feeling really hard pressed and hard pushed to make a decision. Perhaps feeling that they're being forced into a situation that they really don't want to be in, and that like there's some kind of unfair energy to it. They feel as though they've been stripped of something or robbed of something. It's kind of to show you that there's more to it's whatever this is being taken away in order to show you something else. So my aim here isn't to tell anybody how they should make their decision. With a reading like this, the 9 of Cups was wish fulfillment was showing itself there as well. Because decisions like these are very big and they're very, very much your decision. So what I'm hoping to do is dig a little deeper here, and then I can sort of see what tools I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask for this bottom row for some clarifiers to show what tools you've been given, in order, you know, what has come from these things. I'll see how it progresses as we go anyway, basically. And, you know, sort of hopefully whatever comes out, it's going to help with understanding the path and what's going on. Wheel of Fortune, destiny, turning points. Could not sum that up any better. So let's have a clarifier for this lookout card. The World, yeah, it's been to end a cycle and start a new one. This energy that everything's been burning down around you, and you've been, you know, the world as you know it's kind of ended. Well, it kind of has. It's been to teach you lessons that you'll carry forward. What is this Five of Keys? What is this Wishes Fulfilled card? What's trying to turn over? Okay, Ten of Cups. So this is happy families, emotional fulfillment. Could be that for somebody this is bringing in the wishes fulfilled for them has been family, home. So for those not already in that position, that's what this is setting you up for. What do we need to know about this Hilarion card? What do we need to know about this? Justice. Let me take another with that one actually. I'm going to clarify for justice, please. The truth is what's jumping out at me there. Three of Swords. So the truth about obviously the world around you. The Justice card has brought some kind of scales into balance. Perhaps there's been some kind of karma as well. Surrounding relationships. We've got, you know, the Three of Swords is like broken heart, dwelling in some kind of past grief. So you've come to maybe learn and understand the truth about what has gone on, you know, like what things that have happened in relationships have been to teach you. Let's have a look into this Two of Scrolls and Two of Worlds. Right, High Priestess. So the High Priestess being incredibly psychic. So perhaps for some, this has been an onset of psychic gifts as well, you know, like a literal. With the two worlds, like I say, you've got one foot in the spiritual world, one in, like, you know, mundane reality. The High Priestess guards the veil. You see how she's got the veil behind her? She's got like the knowledge and understanding of both of these worlds. And only the initiated are allowed to step beyond. This has been very much that this awakening has got a big purpose for somebody. There's been very much an energy of like rebalancing some kind of karma. There's been some real severe heartbreak and grief involved for someone to do with this. I hope this is making sense to somebody because it's coming through pretty vague. But it feels like it was kind of necessary in order to uncover the truth, to put the evidence out there. And Hilarious is a very much evidence-based card as well. It's been to teach you that maybe not everything that's real is going to be provable with solid evidence you know, like we've got a sort of a science's edge with Hilarion as well, so it could be to do with somebody who's very sort of scientific in their viewpoint, in their learning, and they've had to go through a lot of heartbreak in order to be able to show them the truth of things. The High Priestess is a 2 as well, so we've got 3 2s there, 4 with the one up at the top. I'm going to take a clarify for that one as well. Wheel of Fortune, I knew it was going to make an appearance at some point. Karma, destiny, turning points, the wheel turning in your favour. So this is very much, you've had a really, really hard time of it, but it's been to show you that the world is very different to what you perceived it to be. And it is all to set you up for something much better. Like I say, there's this feeling with this up at the top, like you don't feel like it's ever going to improve, and that you've maybe been robbed somehow by having this, you know, having this spiritual awakening. But it's like you need to trust it. You need to perhaps sort of let go of old ways in some description. Let's have a look. War of the Roses. So the Star, again, awakening, healing. And with the Eight of Wands, this is like swift movement, communication, sudden changes. It seems to me that things have maybe, in the situations for whoever this is for, things have sort of happened fast, and then it settles down for a while, and then something fast happens again, and it settles down a while, and then something fast happens again. Like really quick periods of upheaval, healing, balance, upheaval, healing, balance. That's kind of the energy I'm getting with it. Feel with this War of the Roses as well, and then with the Sands of Time. Something's happening, like really, really soon. You're being pushed to make some decisions. But with it comes this healing. I do hope this is making sense for somebody. We're going to look at summer, winter before I look at the King of Keys. We'll take a look at this 6 of Cups overturned there, which is to do with perhaps children, nostalgia, looking back at the past. So there's, yeah, with that being turned over, I'm getting a definite energy of somebody's having real difficulty letting go of the past as they, and the world as they perceived it to be. Some more on this summer and winter energy, please. Strength. Yeah, you have learned strength through these upheavals and these difficulties that you've experienced, and through this healing. It's all been to teach you strength. However this resonates with you, it is, you've either gained the strength already, or you are gaining it through these lessons. You know, it's very much sort of karmic lessons with the Wheel of Fortune. You know, I keep seeing karmic scales with justice. You know, it's kind of all been about sort of this rebalancing to show you things, communicate things to you, to give you these spiritual insights with the Star and the High Priestess. And she's a very spiritual figure in the Strength card as well. It's like Venus, you know, the Empress. It's a lot of strong energy. Healing, psychic. It's been to teach you control and to understand what strength, power and grace really is. Let's take a look at this King of Keys. Got 2 trying to turn over in the wrong funny way there. King of Wands, which is, yeah, as I said, it's like a leadership. leader, boss, manager kind of energy. He delegates, he gets people to do things for him. But then with this Page of Pentacles, that's a whole new path, a whole new learning curve. It can be like a new course of study, a new job. This is somebody that's having to leave their old job and work thing behind, and they're maybe not so happy about it because they feel like they're starting all over again. Like it's starting from scratch, and they're worried that, you know, that everything's been taken away from them, everything they worked really hard for. But you're not seeing the truth of what it is. It's been to take it away from you, to show you other things, a different path. I feel maybe with the Sands of Time that this has been investment of time. For some, this is like they've been on this path however long, doing whatever they've been doing, whether it's owning their own business or it was something else. And, you know, they invested a lot of time and energy into learning it. It's feeling like, you know, they maybe could have law with somebody as well, because Solarian can be about that kind of thing. They've had to leave this career behind and learn something totally new, and they maybe feel like that time has been robbed from them. But you are in a period of healing and understanding and gaining strength about that. I'm going to take one card for these top two, just two. It's like you need to see it for what it is. The pinnacle of this, it's not that you've been robbed of this time. It's like literally we've got the hourglass and we've got this person that's feeling like they've been robbed. It's to remove all the things from you that are distracting you. It's to remove all the things that are distracting you from your path, to show you that your worth doesn't lie in the things that you thought it did. In material success and in the job that you thought it was in. And for those of you that have been called to question the alignment or the morality of what it is that you're doing, or if it matches up with your way of viewing the world anymore. And I get like there's a feeling of some bitterness around it. It's like you are going to come to understand. The understanding is coming with Star and Strength. You're not seeing that there's a whole new world, a whole new life that's available to you with this. It's been to remove away to strip away all these things, so that you're left with only your inner light, so you can see the path in front of you and see what it is that you're actually here for. So for these, we've got the Ace of Wands, which is grasping that spiritual opportunity, grasping that opportunity for growth. That's like the guidance, that's what you need to do, you know, shed the old ways of thinking and doing, and try to see the lesson for what it is. Try and see, you know, trust that it's been for a reason. It's going to be setting you up for so much more than you've been thinking, even smaller. Even if you thought you had it all, you're still thinking a lot smaller than what you're really, really destined for. And with the Queen of Pentacles, it's going to bring you, the King of Pentacles is that manager, you know, materially stable kind of energy. But for me, what I'm getting here is it's to show you how to do this from more of there's a lot of feminine energy running through this, so I'm getting a lot of masculine healing with it as well. It's an opportunity for growth, so that when you reach that material success again, it's balanced with that more feminine, nurturing energy than it was before. I'm going to take one last message before I round this off. One last message for fire signs regarding this reading. Knight of Cups. So an offer of love coming your way. Could be an offer of help. Could be an apology. Could be somebody's bringing this cup of emotions or something forward towards you. Could be asking you to ride forward with that open heart, an open mind. Like there is something coming towards you that's going to ease those burners. I'm seeing in my mind. See the lookout card, it's like everything's on fire. And with this cup, it's kind of like, I'm seeing him pour the cup out on the fire to put the fire out. So whatever it is that's coming forward with this, it's to extinguish the last of whatever this lookout energy is. It's going to make sense for somebody. I'm not sure who that's for. But yeah, so that's that for fire signs. I'll get this posted up as soon as possible, and I'll be interested to hear if this resonates and if it's helped, so that I know whether this is something, this type of reading is something to pursue further. So yeah, thank you.